again today in another video for my Project Live Monday video series. So this video, just in case for some of you who are my new subscribers, I post this video every Monday, and I'll be putting the playlist just in the description, just in case you're interested in watching the whole series. And this week I'm going to be showing you my week 26, and I'm mainly going to be using this Calico's documentary kit called Scout from June 2016. And as you can see there, I've just chosen a 4x6 card from the kit, and then I have selected these numbers from, and these are from Heidi Swap. I think they're called Letter. And they're essentially slightly translucent, and they attach that using my tiny attacher, and then add the dates using my roller date stamp, as well as the Memento Luxe ink, and the color I think is called Space Grey. The next thing I am planning to do is I'm just kind of looking through a bunch of the what came in the kit essentially, and what I want to do is to embellish those two photos in the middle there. And it's essentially a photo of us going to a new restaurant, so I decided to kind of look into the Ali Edwards first story kit, and I guess to see what's in there. And I found these kind of starburst die cut, and it says first memory, so I thought that fits quite well, and then I used my foam dots to pop that up and stuck that directly onto the photo there, and I call that done for those photo. And the next thing I'll be doing is just to I want to work on this. Well, I actually decorate this photo here, and I decided to use to stamp directly onto the photo, and once again using that Memento Luxe ink, that grey one. And I guess attempted to stamp directly onto the photo, which worked okay, except it actually didn't dry. So because I believe it's because I'm using the selfie paper, photo paper, which is really glossy, so it's it's really difficult to find, I guess, ink that would stick directly onto the photo. So my best suggestion would be to use the Stay On, but with these Memento Luxe ink, it doesn't actually work that well. It didn't really dry. I mean, after a couple of days, it still didn't really dry. So I just decided to rub it off, which you will see in a close-up later on, and then I just stuck down a star in place of that spot there. And the next thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm just embellishing this photo. I decided to use these kind of word phrase stickers that actually came in various kits from Ali Edwards, and I believe they are from the Tough Story kit, and let me see, I think there's a Click Story kit, and there might be another one from Little Things. And so I stuck three of them together and in a row, and then also wrote directly on top of that photo using my Sharpie black pen, and this one is the Ultra Fine Point pen. Now the next thing you see me doing here is I am going to stamp directly onto this photo here, and I've used this stamp which is from the Click Story kit from Ali Edwards, and I'm also using the Stays On jet black ink there as well. And now I'm just trying to clean it up as well as I could, to be honest, but it doesn't go, the actual ink still, stays on a little bit, which I guess is part of, the Stays On itself. It actually stick very quickly and, very well onto whatever, you stamp it onto. And now just once again, writing my journaling directly onto the photo. For some of you who might be new to my channel, I tend to usually take photos where there's a bit of white space, behind me, or, my partner will be doing similar things, just so that, there's some space for me to do my journaling. And I think it's been working quite well, to be honest. I think it adds a different way. Like, sometimes I would add, a piece of white cardstock onto it, But sometimes I quite like adding my journaling directly onto the photo. It kind of, I guess, a bit of diversity, isn't it? And the next thing I'm going to be doing here is I've chosen this card, which is from the Currently Project Life kit. So this is, I recently purchased a new, I guess, Project Life kit, which is called Currently. It's actually a no one, to be honest, but I bought it when it was on sale like twice. So I essentially paid like $10 for it. So, and you got a lot of cards, many cards. And I also stuck down these chipboard, which I believe is actually from the Little Things story kit. And it actually says, seriously fabulous moment. And I essentially talked about the photos that's on the left side of that card. You know, I talked about, you know, we went to this hot pot place and all you can eat. It's fabulous. It was fantastic. So we really enjoyed it. And so the next thing I'm doing here is I want to stamp onto that card or use some sort of stamp to add some journaling or a prompt onto that card. And I'm just going through a bunch of stamp sets that I've got in my stash from Alliedwoods. And then I picked out this, I guess, this stamp which says love these little things. And I'm going to be stamping onto a white cardstock using my VersaFine black ink. And I'm just cleaning that off using my baby wipe. And then the next thing you see me doing would be to draw I guess an outline, so like a box around that journaling, that stamped piece. And I actually quite like having kind of a box or a kind of a circle or those kind of thing. It helps when you stamp onto a white cardstock. If you draw a border, in my opinion, it kind of grounds it or complete it. For some reason, I just feel like it works better with a border around it. And the next thing I'll be doing is doing some journaling directly onto that green portion of that card. Once again, this card is actually from the Currently core kit. So it's a Becky Higgins core kit called Currently. And the next thing you see me doing here is moving on to the right side of the spread. And I guess I'm thinking of using these wood veneer from I think it's from the Click Story kit from Alliedwoods. I decided against it and just cut up a piece of 3x4 journaling card into like a strip of, I guess, paper, and I think it's about 1.5 inches by 4 inches. Yeah, essentially enough for me to add my journaling. And then I just I stuck down this kind of chipboard star here, which came in the Calico kit. And I did my journaling. We talked about, you know, the time we went outside the city and saw some ducks, and yeah, it was a good time. And the next thing I'll be doing here is just choosing a bunch of, 2 3x4 cards. I have been a fan of modifying these 3x4 cards lately, and so what I'm doing here is exactly that, which is just cutting up a 3x4 card, which came in the Currently Project Life kit. And so I cut that up. It's essentially a line journaling card, and then I stuck that directly onto this kind of really colourful card from the Calico Documenter kit. And just so that I have space to put my journaling on, essentially. And I prefer, I guess, this side of the card, which has, you know, there's not enough white space, so I just kind of create my own white space. And now I also stuck down this piece of chipboard, which is actually from a Calico kit. I have no idea which one it's from, to be honest. Just what's left in my stash. So I just kept all these chipboard pieces and, you know, wait until I have a chance to use them. And the next thing you see me doing here is I'm just using these washi strips cutting out these washi strips from the kit. You can't see them very well, to be honest. Now, in hindsight, it's kind of probably too difficult to see, but I'm happy with them, to be honest. It's, you know, it's a light embellishment, I guess, way of embellishing. And so I call that done. I stuck a piece of chipboard, that star chipboard thing, directly onto those washi strips as well. I've chosen this journaling card from Studio Calico, and they're essentially like two, I guess, word bubbles. And so I'm also going to be adding a kind of some stamping directly onto this card. And I'm just going through a bunch of Hollywood Story stamp sets, I guess, that I got, and decided to use this heart here, which is from the Heart Story kit. And I'm also using a ink, which is from, I believe that's a it's a chalk ink, so the color box chalk ink. And I think the color, it was some pinkish color. And so that is it for that card, to be honest. I kept it quite simple. And the next thing I'll be doing is add some journaling onto this photo here. I decided to use a similar technique to the one that I previously used, which is, you know, using these word phrase strips, word phrase stickers, directly onto the photo. And once again, I'm doing 3 of them, and I added them and then doing some journaling directly onto the photo here using my Sharpie ultra fine point pen again. And the next thing I'll be doing is adding some journaling onto this photo here. I decided to once again use these a stamp from the Heart Story stamp set, which essentially a kind of a circle. And I'm also using this Memento Luxe ink, and it's kind of a greenish color, and I believe it's actually called Pear Tart. So I stamp this stamp down, and I'm gonna be cutting up kind of around that circle. And I was actually looking for a punch, because I'm not particularly good at cutting a circle. Actually pretty bad at it, but I couldn't find a punch that would perfectly fit there. So I mean, I attempt to do it anyway, and it looks a little bit wobbly, but you know what, I'm gonna embrace the imperfections in how I do things. So the next thing I'm doing here is also to add some journaling directly onto the photo. Now looking back onto my process, I realized that I've done a lot of journaling directly onto the photo in this spread. And you know, sometimes I do that, and sometimes I add, you know, a piece of white cardstock on the corner or something like that. And really, I love the variation across different spreads, and it's pretty cool. And so now you can see I'm just kind of going back, rubbing off the stamp. The stamp image that I did directly onto the photo there, and it actually didn't work out, and that's why I had to add this chipboard, the star chipboard there. So here's some close up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you want YouTube to let you know when my next video comes out, please subscribe. I will be posting my next video real soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!